Let's talk to Manik in Bangladesh.
Nice.
Is it Manik or Manik? How do we pronounce your name?
My name is Manik, Manik. It's Manik
Okay.
in my local. Yes, you can call me anything.
Well, we will do our best not to butcher your name when we say it. Manik, what did you want to talk about?
No problem. First of all, let me say that it's really an honor to be talking with you. I've been listening to you guys and Matt. I didn't know that this show was different from what Matt was doing, and I just came to know from someone from the telephone. And it's an honor to talk with you, Eric. I've been a very big fan. I've listened to your talks, from the Atheist Experience show of Austin, and you are really great. And I'm a Muslim, but I enjoy your talks. And I just want to say that I want to talk as respectfully as I can.
Okay.
And I'll not be trying to prove any point, but I'm a Muslim, and I think that the arguments from the Quran, from a scientific and moral perspective, it's really resonating with me. I've listened to arguments from atheists and other religions as well, and I think Quran is, in my opinion, it is really good. I didn't find any holes in it. So I think I'll be talking on that.
Okay, let's start with a point that I like to make pretty regularly. If you watch, then you probably know I'm going to go with this, and that is that let's say I find one true thing in the book. Does that mean the entire book is true?
No, of course not.
Okay, what if I find 5 true things in the book?
Of course not. It won't be enough.
So if you want to bring up very obvious things that I'm going to agree with, I'm going to agree with you. It still doesn't mean that the book is everything else in the book is true. So let's take a fantastical claim.
That's why we need to take it on faith.
Well, no, I think faith is a terrible idea. But let's look at a fantastic, claim. What do you think is a claim that's made in the Quran that I would disagree with? What is a miracle claim or a magical claim?
Okay, there is a claim that the sperm of the human body comes from between the ribs and the spine. And
I was thinking more along the lines of flying horses.
Yeah.
I was thinking more along the lines of flying horses, just to be a little more obvious here.
Oh, flying horses. Yes, that would also be objective too.
Okay, so...
and I want to say, my English is bad. I'm sorry, but...
you're doing good, man.
You're doing good.
I'm struggling a lot.
You're doing great.
Okay, thank you.
If there's a time that you say, hey, you know what, I don't know, or I need to take some time and think about this, say it, and we could call back another time. So
Okay, thank you. Okay, sure.
So let's take flying horses for an example. Have you ever seen a horse fly?
Yes. No, I haven't.
Why? Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
And
do horses fly?
No, horses don't fly.
Okay, so why do you think it is scientifically consistent that...
No, it is not scientifically consistent. Science is in the realm of empirical knowledge. What's falsifiable, what's observable, in the real world.
Sure.
And religion is not...
go ahead.
And religion is not, dealing in that world.
Why not?
Religion is... it's not telling you. It's telling you about a world. I think there can be, somewhat, Eric. Some guy said that there is some kind of metaphorical truth. I don't remember his name. It's Brett Weinstein. And that really caught up with me, it resonated with me, because I think most of religion is, they are metaphorical truths.
Okay,
they are not really true in the sense of observation.
Cool.
Yes.
So would I be, is it totally okay if I go the entire book as a metaphor? I'm going to treat it like any other work of fiction?
No, some of it's true and some of it's metaphorical.
Okay, so that's why that's not a good answer for me, because now there are some things that are true and some things that are metaphors. How do you determine what is truth and what is a metaphor?
I think it's up to you what you take to be true and what you take to be metaphorical, and what you learn. There is a great chance to be atheist by reading the Quran. I think it's very logical to be an atheist by reading the Quran. You don't have to believe it if you don't want to.
So
the standard of evidence and the standard of belief, it's very different to different people, I think.
So does truth matter to you?
Yes, of course it matters.
Okay, so do you think people can have their own personal truth, or do you think truth is something that is ubiquitous? Do you think truth is something that we all have to share, right? We all live in the same reality.
It's true.
That which
Can it both be true at the same time? Can both be true at the same time? Personal truth and truth in the more...
Only coincidentally.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and we've got the right of it, only coincidentally.
I can create a personal truth that corresponds to the actual world as closely as possible because that's what I value. But again, the only metric we're using to determine whether or not my personal truth is true is objective truth.
Yeah. So okay, my personal truth is that I'm Superman. Is that just as valid as anything else in the Quran?
Actually, that could be true. If you believe you're Superman, you can't fly. You can try to jump from a building and fall, and still believe you're Superman.
Oh, I agree. And so there's the line there, is that there's a difference between what people believe and what is actually real. Now, I'm not saying that
yes, of course.
Silly things. I think people believe silly things all the time. That doesn't make the reality that if they thought they were Superman, they jumped off a roof of a building, they might break their legs. The fact is we live in
reality can be a difficult word. I think reality can be a difficult word, because science deals in the realm of theory, and in science we can approximate to the truth, but we cannot get to the truth.
I agree.
But we can get closer to or further away from the truth. We might not be able to hit the bullseye every time, but we can do our best to make sure that what we're believing is the closest thing. And I think we lost Manik.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah.
Maybe he'll come back.
Agreed. But it is an interesting topic. And I think that ultimately the tactic there is something that not everybody realizes. It's lowering the standards. It's going, okay, I can't win this, so we're just going to cancel the whole thing. Everybody is equal. Everybody gets a participant trophy.
Yeah.
And no, that's not the case. Things can be closer to the truth. You're absolutely right.
Right.
Just because we're stuck in our own heads does not mean that we can't, work in the world that we're in. There's a reason why we have freaking airplanes, and there's a reason why you're still hearing us, wherever you are in the world and watching this video, because we are able to understand and work with our understanding of the world.
Right.
So it's not all a wash.